Welcome to Parsha Chaye Sarah. The Parsha begins on a sad note. Sarah Imenu, the wife of Avram Avinu, dies. A popular reason how she died was a result of hearing that her husband Avraham was sacrificing their son Yitzchak as a karban. The shock of this thought caused her neshama to be taken and for her to pass away. Avraham is now challenged with burying his wife. He wants to bury her in a very special place called Ma'arat HaMachpelah and the surrounding fields. In order to do so, he approaches the community, the Bnei Chet, who are also mourning the loss of Sarah Imenu. She was well respected not only by her followers, but by the community as well. Avraham knew that this place of Ma'arat HaMachpelah was a special place, as Adam and Chava were buried there. He asked the Bnei Chet to convince Ephron to sell him Ma'arat HaMachpelah. In the end, Avraham bought it for 400 shekel coins. A contract was signed stating that Avraham bought it, he now owns it, and Avraham then buries Sarah. Take a look at the picture. It should be familiar to you, either from seeing this picture or from having visited there. How many of you have been to Ma'arat HaMachpelah? Sarah lived till 127. This number is significant, says Rashi. As Rashi sees from the wording of the pasuk, Vayu Chaye Sarah Me'ah Shana V'Esrim Shana V'Sheva Shanim. Why does it repeat the word Shana, Shana, Shanim? And Rashi says we learn from here that when Sarah was 100, she was like 20 in terms of sin, and when she was 20, she was like 7 years old in terms of her beauty. Avram Avinu continues with his life. As he was getting on in age and he was getting older, he was concerned that his son Yitzchak should have a wife. He arranges for his loyal servant Eliezer to go find a wife. He gives him strict instructions that he needs to go back to his hometown, to Avraham's hometown of Haran, to find a wife. And only a girl from his hometown would be appropriate for his son Yitzchak. Eliezer had to go bring a young girl back for Yitzchak, as Yitzchak was not allowed to leave Eretz Yisrael, as Hashem wanted Yitzchak to be in Olat Mimah, to be pure and never leave Eretz Yisrael. Eliezer davened and prayed that a girl should be shown to him with a special sign. And the sign should be that the girl who would offer water not only to him but also to his camels would be just the right kind of girl, special girl for Yitzchak. We will refer to her as a chesed girl. And in fact, Rivka arrives at the well right after Eliezer finishes davening. And Eliezer observed how the water came up in a miraculous way for Rivka to easily put into her pitcher. She gave water to him and the camels. Eliezer knew she was the one. He approached Rivka. She introduced herself as the daughter of Betuel. She invited Eliezer to stay overnight. She was very gracious, and she was a wonderful hostess. Eliezer gave her jewelry. The jewelry attracted her brother Lavan to be interested in Eliezer. Eliezer then asks permission for Rivka to go back with him to be the wife of Yitzchak. After a conversation, an agreement is reached. Rivka receives a special blessing from her family that this should be with great mazal, with great luck and fortune for her. And Rivka goes with Eliezer. On their way back, as they enter Eretz Yisrael, and as they're traveling towards Abraham and towards Yitzchak, they pass Yitzchak. And Rivka notices a very holy individual and sees him davening. Yitzchak was davening mincha on Har HaMoriah. The Avot instituted the three main tefillot of Shacharit by Avram Avinu, Mincha by Yitzchak, and Mariv by Yaakov. Before meeting Yitzchak, Rivka felt it's appropriate for her to be modest, and she covers herself with a veil. This has become a very popular custom at Jewish weddings for Jewish brides to be covered with a veil before they walk down to the chuppah. They are married, and a beautiful miracle occurs when Yitzchak brings Rivka into his ohel, the same ohel that Sarah lived in. You see, when Sarah passed away, three things stopped appearing and happening at her ohel. The miracle of the fresh challah, the fresh dough from week to week, from Shabbat to Shabbat, stopped. There were candles that remained lit from Shabbat to Shabbat, and there was a anan, a special cloud of glory, representing the Shekhinah, the presence of Hashem, ceased. It stopped from being over the ohel. But when Yitzchak brought Rivka back into the ohel, these three returned. Our Parsha concludes with Avraham Avinu passing away at the age of 175. Here you see the sign that he too is buried at Marat HaMachpelah. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom.